It's all about underpriced attention.
21st century.
There is so much to understand.
Education.
How that know.
Entertain, educate, and inspire.
Let's roll.
Okay, welcome everybody to episode 3 of Think Social, Think Savvy. Today we have got our... Really? You don't even let me get the intro out. Today we've got Abby. We Yay!
You almost sounded sarcastic.
I'm not sarcastic. Today we thought we'd invite one of our members of our staff, really. Abby, would you like to introduce yourself and a bit about what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I am the social media guru for Be More Social. I've been here about 4 or 5 months now.
Has it been as long as that?
It has been.
It's gone really quick, hasn't it?
Wow.
Worked with numerous customers, clients, taking them through the social food chain, or the social
curriculum.
Food chain, yeah. Yeah, that's about it as for now.
Okay. So you've been here for 5 months.
Yep.
What would you say is... what do you enjoy about working here?
Seeing people have success once we've taught them to do or use something.
Okay.
I've got to say that's probably one of my... used to be a guru, believe it or not, once upon a time.
Back in the olden days.
And that was my favourite bit, just seeing or hearing the tone of their voice, or when you're having those like video calls, seeing their face like...
Light bulb moment.
Yeah, that's it. Light bulb moment. It works, and you know, and we've that shelf in our office is full of gifts that customers have bought to say thank you. You know, that is the weirdest thing. Like, do you know, you were right. I'm really glad I stuck with you, because there've been times where it's got dark and customers lose faith, and they're like, do you know what? This isn't working for me. And it's kind of like our job as the gurus to sort of motivate them, keep them with it, because it doesn't happen overnight. It's not the easiest thing in the world, is it, to maintain a consistent social media broadcast. And when it clicks, they just love it.
Yeah, it works.
You're messing with my little thing.
I'm turning you up a little bit, because the more you talk, the further away from your microphone you get, and then you'll complain at me later because you're not loud enough.
That's all right then. He turns me down. Just like, hi, it's my podcast. It's my podcast.
It's not my podcast. It's our podcast.
David said you are the lead, so lead.
I thought it was a podcast for me. I don't want you to arguing about.
Sorry, Abby.
I thought these were all about me.
It is all about you, actually.
Can we just on that point? Didn't Abby once, like on a daily basis, remind us that she's not bossy?
She did.
Mm-hmm.
I was that like the first day?
I think it's been the first, second, and every day for 5 months. However,
you done?
We've never got any proof.
Never.
Ever proof.
He's never done. Haven't you learned that already?
Just now we've got proof.
So, what's it like working here in general?
It's great. It's a great team. Friends with everybody. Everybody gets on. Everyone goes out of the way. We all do chip in at home as well. So if we need to comment and reply, private message somebody, if it's about a job, everyone just helps out and helps each other out. So that really does work. We've got a Christmas do to look forward to on Friday. We'll see how that works out as well, but I'm sure that'll go down great.
I know. I think we're all more worried about what each other's going to be wearing. Do you know what I mean? What are you wearing, Ben?
I'm going to wear what I'm going to wear.
And what is that?
I don't know if there seems to be something happening along the left-hand side of the room where it goes black shirt, brown shoes, and there seems to be some argument over whose decision that was originally. I'm not going to tell anybody what I'm wearing, and then nobody can copy me.
We don't want to wear flowery shirts.
I'm not going to wear a flowery shirt.
That's like 90s wear.
Everyone's copying everybody, so I just thought I'm going to be like me.
I'm just ready.
I'm probably just going to wear the same thing I always wear, to be fair, just without a jumper. Get my posh coat out, that's the same coat I use every other day, and my nice brown shoes that I also wear for work.
Good man. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It occurs to me all of a sudden that I really ought to have some other wardrobe. Anyway.
Pause for dramatic effect.
I think we could probably add in some tumbleweed there at some point.
I think so.
Yeah.
So Abs, I think that's the one thing that's been really important to me from day one, is that I've always wanted to build a place that I'm comfortable working in. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where, you know, is very difficult. You know what I mean? It's like, by giving people freedom, I suppose, to make their decisions, what they do and how they roll, to give them the freedom to have opinion as well as to how your role should be run, because there's been many a times where you come along and you give me a rap on the wrist saying it needs to be done this way because I think it's better, you're not doing these calls, I am, and I find that this way is the way forward, and I listen and I adopt whatever it is you're saying. As a business owner, it's a brave thing, but also as a business owner, to see it work, it's an amazing thing. You know what I mean? Because we keep a WhatsApp group as well that we all engage in, and not only is that WhatsApp group for ideas, for concepts that we think about day to day, it's also for a bit of banter as well.
And I think that's important. A lot of banter, and I think that's important to kind of help people to understand the banter that we have when we're doing the podcast, the banter that we have when we're doing the workshops, the stuff that's not thankfully filmed and recorded that we have in the office. It's all about the culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's about that culture of everybody being comfortable around everybody and not being scared that their opinion is, apart from me, because my opinion's always wrong apparently, everybody's opinion is listened to, and I think that's massively important. And I guess that's why I ask the question, you know, what is it you like about being here? And
I think that's a good point. So when I first started, I was really nervous about talking in front of people, whereas I've got to know the team and the customers and clients, so now I don't mind. I'm so relaxed that I forget I'm on camera.
Really?
So you just forget. You don't, and it's there. You just know people. It's not, and obviously you do get to know them over time, but it feels like I've known them forever. Some people message me privately on LinkedIn. Some people be on Facebook, and it is just nice, and they're just checking in.
Those relationships are important, aren't they?
Yeah, not only in the office, but with the customers and clients as well. So yeah, that's been really nice to build that relationship, and it doesn't just stop there. So with some customers and clients, we kind of help each other out. So like you do, Rick, you've had carpet your grass down, and that's because you also know them. It's just a case of helping each other out, getting business off of business.
It is true, yeah. I mean, we it's not even a policy, but it should be something that we make as a policy. But yeah, like Abby's absolutely right. You know, the people that have had the sort of fake grass down in here are customers. You know, so it's one of those things where I said, you know what, we need this. Let's have a look who we've got on his book to see if we can find somebody that can provide that first, and then we'll go outside of that. And I think it is, but that's unwritten. That's completely unsaid. Even customers don't know we do that, to be honest with you.
No, they don't, and they also don't know that if somebody's looking for something and we've got somebody within our customer base that can provide it for them, we'll refer them on. Yeah. It's kind of a natural thing that we just do, don't we? It's how we want to work with each other and look after each other, I guess.
I think that's a good thing as well that you mentioned before. I didn't know that like customers are messaging you and sort of talking to you. I think that's lovely, you know, in terms of, you know, like how they perceive you as well. You know, so that's like almost a testament to the job that you're doing for them. And I think, like, I suppose educate them in the right social means has taught them to sort of reach out and connect and sort of, you know, thank you privately maybe, or reach out and sort of say, I've seen this, I've thought of you. And I think it's absolutely perfect. Brilliant. It's kind of like all working out, I suppose, as I hoped one day or imagined. You know what I mean? The fact that everybody in that room gets on pleases me massively. The fact that, like, we're trying to build this culture whereby if you need time for the dentist or you need to let the dogs out or whatever it might be, you can go and do it, no problem at all. What's so weird?
There's only one, just for the record, there's only one person at Be More Social that has to go and let the dogs out. Isn't it, Rick?
No, I'm just saying that you can go and do that. That's absolutely fine by me. I don't really mind.
There's only you that needs to do it.
There is only you that needs to do that.
I know, it's good. It's good.
What is good as well, like you said earlier, is when anything needs amending, changing, adding to the dashboard, we get it done pretty much instantly, or at least within the process that it needs to be done by, or date it needs to be done by. And if anybody's noticed the snow on the dashboard, because it's Christmas,
it is. I've noticed
cute.
the snow. It's very
I
cute.
like that, and the little Santa hat on the
the little
on the speech bubble.
on the
Absolutely.
logo, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, this dashboard is built for the customers first. Okay, it's built to help them manage a relationship with you, the guru. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's also there as a resource to call back on, maybe on meeting notes, old Wisdom Wednesday sessions, things like that as well. So it's supposed to be a real true utility to help them get or master social quicker or better. There are other things that we thought of that we need to add in, and we'll get to it 100%. But generally across the board, if ever a client has identified needing something, it's kind of considered first job, really.
Yeah.
You know, every Wednesday we have a team meeting, and issues and potential ideas, elements are brought up on the day of what Rodeo should be doing next. And generally speaking, Rodeo gets it done.
Yep.
Generally speaking.
Which is really good. It is good as well, the diversity of the clients. Is that the right word?
That's definitely the right word.
So I enjoyed that. So everybody else has got, they're just so varied. Like obviously every business is different, and every business owner is different behind that business. Everyone's got a different purpose, the meaning why they went into business, understanding them stories, and that you're helping people achieve what they have always wanted to achieve. It changes their life. So that's nice. And I think as well, what is a massive thing that I've learnt, business owners don't see using social media as part of their business. They see it as you do, like when you get home, you're on your phone. It's a bit of it's just like a pastime, isn't it?
It is a social media for social things,
They don't see it as business or as important as the paperwork. They don't see it that they're going to get that new custom as they need. And it's part of the business. They need to make sure they're sitting and scheduling that time out to plan what's going on there, and to reply, to comment, and to
completely agree with you.
just
and that's the one thing is what
engage.
keeps us still in a business, I suppose, is that kind of lack of understanding that it's important for your business. It's important to reach out, or at least show up daily so nobody forgets about you.
Yep.
If you don't need any more customers, then great, but just show up so you don't get forgotten about. Customer retention is equally as good as finding new customers too, and just being there and make sure that you are constantly in the potential or the client's eye is really, really important. And you're right, people don't see it like that really, and it's still a shame to this day. But we're going up and down the country purposefully, educating people in workshops and telling people exactly how to do it. And our hope is that a majority of them people are going to do it themselves. There are some people that want to know a little bit more about what we do and how we can hold them accountable, or how you can be bossing them into touch, making sure they're doing what they should be doing.
You are.
I think it's good as well with the curriculum that we've created. We can go as quickly or as slowly as the clients need us to. Everybody's at a different stage. Some people really need the basics, and some people really need the in-depth
Good point.
stuff. So I think that's good. So what we've put in there, if anything needs adding, we add it. If there's anything that we need to take away because it's just a bit time consuming, it's not giving the clients much, we'll remove it. We just work around who we need to work around, and at what point and what pace they want to go at.
Yeah, another good
That's
point,
good.
really valid as well, because it's like not one size fits all. You know,
Definitely
so
not.
whilst we've got a guide or a formula, if you like, not one of them is always the same. It's because they each have their own sort of aims, goals and objectives, which takes us right back to the beginning, where every customer has an onboarding and you're with them throughout that whole relationship, aren't you? So it won't be go to an onboarding crew, you will do the onboarding with them.
Yeah, understand the business. And using your initiative is something I've had to adjust to each individual person. I've had to use my initiative more in this role than I think I have ever before. But it's good. It just, now I know what I need to be saying, what I need to be working on with different people, how to communicate with different clients and customers. You just use your initiative and just do what's best for that person. And
there's ups and downs, isn't there? You know, there's some, like, you know, case studies that just go absolutely smoothly. There's some people that, you know, get either frustrated with various different things, and it's just about, like you say, using your initiative, trying to find out, making sure that client is, you know, as placated. But you can't pussyfoot around. You know, so there's some people out there that will just keep on, I don't know, for example, the grassroots, and go round and round in circles, and it gets to a point where you got to say, listen, we're not moving on to the next stage until this part of the process has been complete. That's what you come to us for. You know, you don't just come to us to give us £97 a month or to talk to me over these video calls. You know, you come to learn something. So sort it out and crack on. We had a bit of an experience like that the other week, and it was they're my favorite calls, if I'm honest with you. You know, those people that just end up going around these edges, round and round in circles, because we're quite honest. We know for a fact that any time soon they're going to go, well, you said, and like, yeah, but only if you follow the curriculum, only if you do what you say you're going to be doing. You know, after all, whilst it is an affordable consultation kind of service, the only difference between hiring somebody like me for £800 a day or us, the system for £97 a day, is the price. The service is exactly the same. Our expectations of you, the client, too, are exactly the same. You've got to follow what we ask. Otherwise, you're not going to get the results that you want.
Just out of interest on that, what do you think's been the most challenging thing for you?
Pleasing everybody, which isn't going to happen. So it's accommodating what we do to different people. So I think that comes around to using your initiative again. So some people want you to speed things up because they feel they're much further forward, when actually, in reality, there's little things that they don't know they've missed. So it's going back to that without completely slowing everything down. And I think as well is different businesses. Some businesses are so much easier so it might be easier to get photos for. Whereas some businesses, you really struggle to come up with ideas for themes for each day or actual photos, because they can't get photos for every day. They might only have one client or customer a month. So that's not giving them that many photos to play around with. However, the most difficult businesses we've not really struggled with that much. We've always managed to find a way.
Sure.
We have meetings, so I'll meet with Rick and potentially our other gurus as well when needed, to come up with ideas, generate ideas for those clients.
I think to explain the system to a degree is like, whilst we've got the whole tech and the dashboard working kind of with us and the client, there is a lot of, I suppose, between us, me, you, Sophie, there is a lot of one-to-one time as well at the same time, because you're right, you know, you have to sort of, with the range of clients that we've got in terms of the diversity between them all, there is no one size fit all. So we do on a Wednesday afternoon have pretty much block out an entire afternoon where we go like, this customer's got this issue, this client's got that issue, I don't quite understand this industry, let's do a little bit of research into it and see if we can't find a way round and give them kind of answers to the sort of questions that they've got of their content. And that's what I like the most, those little breakout moments and times whereby we have the opportunity. And I think these are the things that people don't realise we do, actually. You know, they just think, oh, you just have this 15 minutes and kind of like that's it, and it's just absolutely not the case. We do a lot of talking about almost every customer on that system, and that is, for me, I think where there is value add, but we can't communicate that. There's so much that we do day to day that we can't communicate. I was talking this morning to David about the three culture or three parts to our culture in the business, which is in the first instance it's innovation, above and beyond, and bravery. Okay, and these are the things that we just don't talk about. You know, we're brave in the fact that we're going to stick his neck out on the line and maybe go to London and establish a step up there. You know, we take full advantage of technology and we're continually innovating the dashboard. But likewise, those two things we don't communicate enough. You know, when it comes as far as to above and beyond, we also do that, because not only do our clients pay for a degree of time with their guru in terms of guidance, we also meet on a regular basis and talk about individual case studies and try and give them extra value so you're more and better prepared next time you have a guru sesh. I love it. I'd rather not say anything either. I'd rather that be completely natural and native, to be honest with you, because it seems a little bit sad if like, yeah, I was talking about you today and I spent an extra hour working on it. I just think that's so weak. If they came and think that like we were geniuses because you just come up with that in 5 minutes, well done you. I'd rather that, thanks. Because, you know, I just think it's a real sad thing when you have to go to the extra level and go, do you know work above and beyond for you? You know that, don't you? You particularly personally, above and beyond. I go above and beyond just to keep you happy. That's just like, you're listening, Ben?
I am. I'm just trying to
And you're
think.
still a miserable bugger.
I'm
yeah,
not
I
a
mean,
miserable bugger. I'm just trying to work out if you're actually having a dig at me there, or whether you're reflecting on conversations that we have with clients, because ultimately
you will
we
never
do
know.
go above and beyond all the time. We very often do things we probably shouldn't to help them out, and that's just how we are. It's, look, you're struggling with this, let us maybe take that bit off you and do it for you. It's important that we do that because we are here to help at the end of the day. And sure, we might not get it 100% right 100% of the time, but I don't think anybody can. It's a case of trying to please everybody, like you said, and making sure that we do the best job that we can with everybody that we work with. And I think we do a damn good job of it, to be fair.
So, Abby, explain to me the whole process. You know, like, so first of all, you know, Ben will get him over the line and then you'll have an onboarding. What type of things happen during an onboarding?
So it's questions, it's general questions about the business. What I've added a question there myself, like what got them into the business.
That's a good one, yeah.
So that's where their meaning comes in. So why did they go into business? It might be that they've had children and that's got them in business.
Mm-hmm.
Not the children, obviously, but the meaning of having that child they want to support. It's various reasons. It could be their childhood, and then that leads down to what they want, that their goals, their long-term goals. So we have short-term goals, long-term goals. I'm just trying to think what else is on there. There's all sorts of questions about the business themselves.
I think the main ones that I prefer asking, I like asking is what are your aims, goals and objectives? So like what we're trying to find out is in the first 3 months, what do you hope to achieve out of the relationship that we're having?
Yeah.
Then 3 to 6, and then after that, what are the long-term goals? You know, if you all got it cracking and everything's working right, what do you expect to see? Because that helps us to manage their expectations.
Yeah.
Because if they're coming to us for social media support and advice, the only thing that they can really expect in the first 3 months is an understanding. You can't really expect to be pulling clients over the line. It has happened and it would be very, very nice. But, you know, having that constant touch point and that document with us regularly, we're saying, look, guys, you've been with us for X amount of months, 2 months now. We're currently getting through this like education stage. We've got to educate you how to use these platforms. So we're good. You know, we're on point. We're meeting our objectives for you right now.
I think what is a good question on there as well is testimonials, to get them thinking about getting testimonials together if they haven't already.
Yeah, I like that too, because that even if they've been in business and they've got some testimonials, that gives me as a guru an impression of how other people see their business and and value their service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my other favourite question is, what's your benchmark? Because that gives me a visual impression of what they expect to be like or achieve. It doesn't necessarily have to be a top competitor or somebody they're aspiring to be in terms of their industry. It could be anybody, you know, but it gives me a real solid benchmark of certainly how they see themselves, and we can help them build the physical picture and make them hit their benchmarks, really.
I think the onboarding, I mean, I don't do the onboardings anymore, but there was a point where I did, and I think the whole experience of it I quite enjoyed, because it's very often you had the kind of, when you got to the end of it, a lot of people would say, do you know, I've never really thought of those things before. I've never really asked those questions. And I think for me, one of the best questions on there actually is, who is your customer? And then the amount of times they go, I don't really know. Well, how do... what? Or they'll say, well, it could be these, it could be these, it could be these. And you say, okay, well, actually, who do you want to work with? Well, we can work with this. No. Who do you want to work with? Because then it becomes a lot more powerful. Rather than just saying anybody, it's you tell me who you want to work with and let's help you find those people.
Absolutely. And another thing is, like, this is what I love about social the most, is that it helps you to find customers that suit you. Just entering into a debate, as I often do on the social media channels.
That's not like you.
No. I put a video out this morning and it got some quite heavy engagement. Thank you very much. But I swore in a video. I said the F word.
Flibbity flobbity flu.
Nope, fuck. I said that word. And then somebody jumped on and says, well, I really, don't think you have to swear to get your point across. And then somebody else jumped on saying, yeah, no, I agree with you, Mr. Person that always shows up on my timeline newsfeed. You know who you are, saying the same thing over and over again, that I really didn't ought to be swearing on my newsfeed. And my response is, maybe you're not for me. Don't hit play. Don't listen. You recognize me, and every time you have something to say, you know that there's going to be a fuck going out there somewhere. So, don't.
Where is this debate? I'd like to have a look.
Don't listen.
It's on LinkedIn.
They know it's coming, but yet they still listen.
You do get into a lot of those debates.
What is you doing, fam? Stay away.
You are a master debater. Just saying.
All I'm saying is that this is what I like about it the most. They have an opinion. They don't like that kind of thing or that kind of approach, but they must get some kind of value from it. You know what I mean? And are willing to sit through. They called it offensive.
I bet they watched it all though.
No, entirely from start to finish. Both characters. But generally speaking, the thing I like about it the most is it attracts like-minded people to you, and it puts off people that you can't work with. Maybe these two characters that engage on my profile are most definitely not for me, because
just not your tribe. Everybody has their tribe. Everybody has their audience and their group, and the part about finding your thing is about finding your audience as well.
Yes.
And if you, hence the question, who is your opportunity? Who is your customer? Because if you're just trying to win everybody and they're not all your customers, then your message is going to be skewed, isn't it?
Well, we're only after 1% of the 5.7 million businesses in this country.
Thank you very much.
So, maybe, like looking at the profile, if you were to give it or looking at that one post, if you look at the averages of the people that are offended by that, you're only talking 5%.
Yeah, and then you think about the likes of Gary V, and every third word
is an F and a Jeff.
Is an F and a Jeff, and yet it could be that those same people absolutely love Gary V. So,
what do you think about effing and jeffing?
Well, I don't swear on Guru, of course.
No, but when the microphone is switched off, she is a potty mouth.
No, I'm not. Don't say that. I'm not.
David!
I'm not. I don't swear
Especially
that much.
to David.
He's different.
I think at this point we have to introduce David.
I really wish you could see David's face right now.
You need to, David. Could you come into the camera, please? For those people who can't see David, I might have to explain or describe, because you might be listening on the podcast. David is about 5'10" ish. Yeah, he's nodding. He's got like some kind of cool hair thing going on. He's a singer-songwriter kind of writer person.
Did you really just do that?
and he is Abby's boyfriend. Is that what it is? Is that what the kids call it these days?
No.
Are they courting?
So yeah, so David often gets the brunt of a lot of Abby stress.
It is quite amusing. It
I
does
don't
entertain
stress.
David's telling us to go on now because I think he's thinking, don't talk about me. It's not about me. It's about Abby.
me. David will be maybe the next one.
David will be that. We'll introduce David next time, but it's a major part. In fact, everybody's a major part of the culture in this
They are.
business. And like Abby touched on it earlier on, saying that how everybody really gets on really, really well. And unfortunately, without everybody, this thing would not tick at all.
Yeah, we all help each other out, so
It's
if
very
we need-
strange, isn't it? You know, I've never worked in a place like it. I haven't.
just said it's strange and then said you've never worked in a place like
That's strange
it.
because obviously everyone gets on and, you know, we all want to help each other out and we all want to engage in a WhatsApp group after hours. I mean, what time were we sending messages about what trees go under the Christmas, what present goes under the Christmas tree?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
It definitely is a unique place to work.
It
It's,
is.
It's. I've certainly never worked anywhere where.
Although Ben does
Everybody
pick up
gets
the
on
WhatsApp
as well as
messages
they do.
2 days after they actually supposed to be answered, but
I had my phone off.
So David's looking at me and I need to ask this question.
Oh God! Come on then.
Do Christmas presents
Mm-hmm.
all go under the tree before Christmas Eve?
No.
no.
Thank you. David thinks they should do.
No.
And that he gets a sack full of presents from Santa, a separate one.
That's because David is spoiled.
Oh, I see what you mean. So
In his bedroom.
No, wait. So there are presents under the tree that maybe family and friends have bought, that sort of thing. But then Father Christmas brings presents on Christmas Eve while you're asleep,
Like your big present, loads of presents.
and they all go under the tree.
Like, if I get a present from...
Me?
You do
Secret
realise,
Santa present?
just for the record, I'm now going to get it in the neck because David stuck his thumbs up, and Abby shot him a look, and I think that means I'm probably.
So
gonna
if I get a
shouted at.
present from Auntie Abby,
Mhm.
right, it will likely go under the tree
Yeah,
because everybody's seen it be gifted.
yeah.
So there's no point me lying saying Santa, I'll have to send that to Santa and have him fetch it.
A few. I'm happy with a few. But then Christmas Eve night,
Well, she comes to life now. Now there's a like hot debate. She's alive.
Christmas Eve night, I feel those presents are magically there.
I get that. They're Santa's presents though.
They're not
Yeah.
magically there.
So
it's,
in the
it's
morning-
Father Christmas brings them to you.
Yeah, it's magic. So you open the door for the living room and then they're there.
They are.
It's magic.
Yes, but what about Auntie Abby presents that everyone's seen you give? Do you go and send it from under the chimney so they go poof, to
No,
Santa?
so when I was younger, it was that they got sent to Santa and Santa delivered them back. But I'm meeting halfway with David.
Ah.
If this was ever.
Well,
a
now you're
thing.
older, you understand the truth, which is the presents that are given to you by your family. You know about, but Father Christmas brings them on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, they get taken away. I don't get to see them.
They will get taken away if you carry on arguing.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is what it's like. Do
Who
you know
are-
what
who
I'm going to
has
throw into?
dramas?
I'll tell you what I do want to throw into the WhatsApp group because I think it's brilliant. Is a Kit Kat, a biscuit, or a chocolate bar? And on that bombshell, one last question for our Abby. What would you say out of your time here so far is the highlight?
It's not allowed. Meeting me is not.
Christmas is also off the list.
Yeah. It might be a Christmas party yet. We might be a
could
little
be.
bit premature on that question.
could be.
However, sorry.
This sounds daft, but I think it's
Abby,
how.
can I just say from you, I wouldn't expect it any other way. But please do continue.
It's squeezing into a small office now. There's that many of us, and I think it's just funny how we're so cramped and we're squeezing around each other, and everybody's getting on. It's just funny.
And
It's
we all
funny
just get
how
on
it
with
works.
Exactly, yeah.
Good point.
There may be, hopefully, I'm sure there will be a time when we look back and think, how on earth did we do that?
Yep, exactly. And you're sat there in the corner.
And I'm on my perch, and this is the most uncomfortable set of drawers I've ever sat on.
I know, and it's videoed as well.
And it's
Do you know what I
videoed
mean?
as well. And every time, I don't move because it rattles every time I do. So, On that note, thanks, Abby. And
Thank you.
join us next time when we'll have another special guest. Anybody that would like to join us, give us a shout on social. And get in touch. Let's get you down. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.